Speaking of another situation, I really didn't want to talk about this one. The whole Klay Thompson, Megan Thee Stallion situation.
Oh.
Well, this all started when Megan Thee Stallion went on IG and revealed that Klay cheated on her, in which she later confirmed it, I believe, to TMZ Champ, right? I think.
No, I don't think he confirmed anything.
She, not Megan, Klay, not Megan Thee Stallion. I'm referring to, not Klay. Klay didn't say. Klay didn't
He ain't
say
said a
anything.
word.
The only laughable thing I really heard regarding it was Madam Voice, the podcaster who said we wouldn't know who Klay Thompson was if it were not for Megan Thee Stallion.
That's my mail lady, ain't it?
The UK podcaster, the one who had a hard time.
I thought you were talking about my mail lady.
Hell no. No.
That's what that sound like. She sound like she my mail lady.
This is the same woman, and by the way, she doubled down on her position. She couldn't even pronounce Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's name right, neither Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic, Victor Wembanyama. Look, I would have appreciated the fact that she just said, I don't follow basketball, I don't follow professional sports. And again, for people, I am not saying that she doesn't know basketball just because she's a woman. Let's get that straight. Let's get that for the record. I don't want anyone accusing or labeling Sportspsp or Champ sexist or misogynistic. But when you take the time to say, we didn't know who Klay Thompson was until Megan Thee Stallion, to say that is disingenuous, it is bullshit. And I'm glad that other content creators, like I always say, Champ, don't tell me the shit coming from your drawers is chocolate. So shout out to Hot Take Kenny, because he actually spoke about this. Klay Thompson was already winning championships. He won 4 championships. He's one of the greatest shooters in NBA history. One of the best two-way players, Champ. People have forgotten how good of a defender Klay Thompson was. Let's not forget that. He's going to the pro basketball. He's going to the Naismith Hall of Fame. I think his net worth is estimated at $140 million. Megan Thee Stallion is at 40. Now, what Klay Thompson did, if it is true that he cheated, he done fucked up. Because at the end of the day, none of us, PSP, Champ, no one condones cheating. But if you're going to do something like that, to Champ's point, keep it close. Make sure you're doing it private so that no one else notices. I just hate the fact that I do feel bad for Megan in that situation. I hate the fact that she was hurt. I actually thought that Megan and Klay were actually going to be something at first, because I kind of liked it, but not everything is going to last. I think Megan is going to be fine. She's going to have other opportunities. She's still got her platform. She's still got her brand. And Klay Thompson's going to be fine. Obviously, you saw the IG live of him. I don't know what he was doing, like race.
On the boat and shit. And man, it's just like the life of the rich and famous is always good. You have to go through a bad breakup. You get on a boat and shit like that. You ain't got to go. It's the off season. You ain't got to go to work.
If you're broke like us, you're looking for that money.
If you broke like me, shit, you gotta drink Jack Daniels the night before. Then because I've done it before. Back in my young days, you go through a heartbreak on Saturday, you drink it off on Sunday, go back to work on Monday. So yeah, but look, let me do some history real quick. Let's go through a little bit of history lesson. Real quick. Do y'all know when Meg Thee Stallion's first album came out? Y'all don't know?
Well, she came out in like 2019.
2016.
2016.
By that time, Klay had already been like a 3-time All-Star and already won a championship and had already went 73-9. He was on the 73-9 team that year, in 2016. Because remember, that was the LeBron 3-1 year.
Her first studio album is Good News. That came out in November of 2020, featuring some of her singles, Girls in the Hood, Don't Stop, Body,
Okay.
and Crybaby.
Yeah. But her first single was in April of 2016, Like a Stallion.
Yes.
Because that was her underground stuff. But she was on SoundCloud, and she had that freestyle that she had called Killer Chick,
Mm-hmm.
which was a good one. I've been following Megan for a while. So look, Klay has been doing a lot. Look, man, look, I'm not trying to sound anything. I'm a sports guy. I like Megan. I have a huge crush on Megan, and I like her. But people, let's stop lying. Get off the internet and stop lying. These guys are known worldwide. In fact, look, when Klay Thompson was mentioned in trade rumors when he was a youngin', that prompted the late, great Jerry West to tell the front office that he was going to quit. That's how valuable he was to a team. The Golden State Warriors was one of the most popular teams since the 90s Bulls. I give them that credit. They're one of the most popular teams in that. They help re-evolutionize the game with the three-point shot. So for people to say, well, I didn't know who Klay Thompson was, you are a flat-out liar. Look, Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors was kicking my team's ass every year. And I knew who Klay Thompson was. And the thing is, he has a famous family. His father, Michael Thompson. Yes, played for the Showtime Lakers. So if you don't know him, you know his dad. You know his family. It's a basketball family. He's a second-generation guy. So for you to say, I don't know who the Thompson family is, you are a flat-out liar. Now, I understand this. I understand that a lot of people don't follow sports. I understand that. But even the most casualist person can tell you who the Splash Brothers was. I had a lot of people who never watched a basketball game in their life. But when the Splash Brothers would come on, it was exciting for them. Because they had a no other brand of basketball. And that's before they brought Kevin Durant in. That added a whole nother dimension to their popularity because they call them the super teams of all teams. You remember the Hamptons lineup? You remember that lineup?
Yeah.
It was Andre Iguodala, Draymond Green, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry. One of the best lineups since the 98 Bulls. But you're going to tell me that you don't know who that is? The man who scored 62 points in a game and
37 points in the quarter.
Yeah.
Let's not forget 30. Champ,
So,
for Madam Joyce to say that she doesn't know who Klay Thompson is, it's kind of like saying you don't know who Travis Kelce is.
Everybody knew who Travis Kelce was even before Taylor Swift because the Chiefs were winning championships.
But that's my point. We already knew they were proven commodities long before they hooked up with Megan Thee Stallion and Taylor Swift. Yes.
So it's just like, stop lying. I understand that the internet is kind of crashing out. A lot of people wanted to see them win. I wanted to see them win. Klay's kind of quiet, kind of the Russell Wilson-esque type of guy, real clean cut, real quiet, real reserved. You really don't see him out in parties a lot. You really don't see him out.
No. Well,
I'm lying when I say that. I'm lying.
Have you seen? You mentioned the type of woman that he's been with in the past.
But he's very, very quiet. You really don't. He's not loud like Draymond.
He's not wild. He's not outspoken. But just because you're quiet, that doesn't necessarily mean you're not accustomed to having a good time.
Yeah, I mean, you could be quiet and have a good time. Shit. I can't wait to bring you down here to Magic City and we party. The Wolfpack and PSP finally meet up. So yeah, but look, let's just keep it all the way a buck, man. Klay was pulling baddies long before Megan. So let's just be real. Guys. And look, I understand, like I said, I wanted to see them win. After all what Megan went through with Tory Lanez situation, I'll keep my voice quiet about that because I don't really have an opinion about it because, hey, you're in jail. till you get out, can't have an opinion. But you were convicted by your peers. So, and for people who's gonna say he's innocent, so was OJ. But I digress. So, but special shout out to my homeboy OJ Simpson. But
All right, New Jack.
but
The views
yeah,
and expressions that were the views and opinions are those of Undisputed World Champ. They are not shared by Sports PSP nor anyone else here on the Sports PSP podcast.
but yeah, but let's just be real. People are gonna say, well, he's innocent. Yeah, so was OJ Simpson. But I digress. Look, I wanted to see them win, but that's no reason to just slander people, and there's no reason to just act crazy. And what I had a problem with as well is why the hell are y'all harassing Lexi Brown? Y'all
She
are out there
spoke. She actually spoke about the situation. There's rumors and speculations that she was the woman that Klay Thompson was cheating with Megan. But the thing is, I think it should be Klay. Klay should be the one. You should know not to mess up in that situation. No one condones cheating. And if you're going to cheat, champ, keep that behind closed doors, as you mentioned. We talked about it with Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, keep that behind closed doors. I mean,
Don't shit where you eat, as you said.
Exactly. Don't be shitting where you eat at because shit starts stinking and you can't tell your shit from what the turkey is. So that's the thing. But look, it still hasn't been proven, but that the guy did what he said, did what she said he did. There hasn't been any receipt. So there hasn't. If you're gonna say somebody did something, ask them. It pays to have receipts. Is a big thing in my opinion. If you don't have any proof of something, then I kind of take it with a grain of salt. It's just like if you don't have any proof, because the thing is this. And look, I'm not saying that she's lying, but keep in mind about this though. You remember Dak Prescott when he asked his girlfriend to sign that prenup, she didn't want to sign it. A couple days later, well, he was cheating. Huh? So it's quite ironic that one day I asked you to sign a prenup, you didn't want to sign it, and then 2 days later I call off the wedding because you didn't want to sign the prenup, you was cheating. So the thing is, like I stated, I'm not calling her a liar, but the thing is, we've seen stuff like this before, and it's just like when you start playing the cheating card, that plays on the heartstrings of a little bit of everybody, and everybody can kind of relate to that. But that's no reason for you to be crashing out on Lexi Brown, who is an innocent bystander. She's in the middle of the WNBA season. Your guy, all because you think that's what happened, all because you think that's who Klay was cheating with, all because you think that was the girl, and she has to come out and defend herself because she's not the one who did it. And you're out here saying, well, I didn't know who this person was. You're lying. Again, everybody knew who Travis Kelce was. In fact, everybody was thirst trapping over Travis Kelce when he was with the what's the young lady's name? Kelsey. When he was with
Kayla Nicole, you're referring to?
Yes, Kayla McCole. Yeah,
You
I
mean
forgot her name.
the tall black woman, the kind of looks like Megan Thee Stallion?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he was with Kelsey. When she was with Kelsey, she was
Well, I don't think you want. Well, I don't think
you
you want to be with her because, again, does she look like somebody that settles for 50-50?
Well, if I had 50 to give you, I'd give it to you. Unfortunately, I got like 25 on me right now. I got like 25 on me right now. I can't give you much. So, I ain't signed that big contract yet. When we sign that big contract, then, I come get you. But, I ain't got but $25. We can go to Waffle House, have a date like that. But, I ain't got that much money. Rent's
Take her to Applebee's. Take her to Applebee's.
Yeah, that 2 for 25. That 2 for 25. That melted cheeseburger. Get that. Have a couple of margaritas. Real
Give
good.
her a couple of margaritas and some Alfredo breadsticks.
Yeah, some Alfredo. Yeah, do some stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, people will say, well, we didn't know. Stop lying. These guys, and Travis Kelce is in the same stratosphere with Klay. these are guys that even if you don't watch basketball, you know them. So I think it's just flat out disingenuous. And the fact that you can't even say these guys' names right, you pronounce Nicola, like, come on, guys, enough's enough. I understand.
Not just that, Shea Gilgis Alexander, but you could have just said Joker. You could have just said Wemby. You could have said Luka Magic. I mean, it's obvious to me she doesn't know sports, champ. She doesn't follow. She doesn't cover
That's no reason
sports.
to lie. There's no reason to lie.
There isn't no reason to lie. I would have appreciated if she said, "You know what? I just don't know sports."
And a lot of girls don't follow sports, and I understand. My sister doesn't follow sports. Well, one of them don't.
Well, I mean, time out. There are some women that do follow sports. I would just look, if you don't know something, I would appreciate if you just say, "I don't know."
Yeah,
I would appreciate. That's why the reason why I'm a certain way, the reason why I don't talk as much, even though I'm different compared to the pod. I like, one of the beauties of being an introvert is that you listen, you observe, you see things, you get put on game, as opposed to pretending like you know everything. If she says I don't follow sports or doesn't understand sports, all right, cool. But to say to the world we didn't know who Klay Thompson was. No, you didn't know who Klay Thompson was. We knew he was a proven commodity long before. So my thing is this, but here's the thing with Megan Thee Stallion regarding, this is what she posts on her IG story. Cheating had me around your whole family playing house, got cold feet. Holding you down through all your horrible mood swings and treatments toward me during your basketball season. Now you don't know if you can't be monogamous. I'm not going to use the term. Bees, I need a real break after this one. Bye, y'all. But here's my thing, Megan. If you knew that's how Klay was acting all this time, why tolerate it? You Megan Thee Stallion.
Exactly.
You could find another man, just like Klay could find another woman. It's not like y'all had that type of... Now, the only way I could see them still keeping on to a relationship if they had kids.
They was married.
Or married, but especially if they have kids. But they're not. They're not married. They're not even engaged. They don't have kids. That would be the only justification for y'all staying together. But if he was acting like this throughout the basketball season, why still with him? You Meg Thee Stallion, you could find another man just like that, just like he could find another woman. So why put up with that nonsense?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, remember what Triple H used to say to Ric Flair all the time when he first came back to the WWE? You're Ric Flair. It's like, if you don't have to put up with stupid shit, especially when you're rich. You got to pick of the litter. And guess what? Even if you find somebody temporary, I mean, you are who you are. People will date you just off your name alone. You'll never have any trouble. Girls like that, Laura Harvey, you'll never have any trouble finding somebody. There's always somebody willing to put themselves out there in order to date you. So
I think women would probably stay away from Ric Flair because of the helicopter, which we won't go into further detail.
But
I did not lie.
You did not lie. Damn. But I will say, when you're Megan, if somebody's putting you through that, mood swings and all type of nonsense putting you through that, and you're not even outside the honeymoon stage, number one, don't fake it. Because you had us thinking that y'all was just comfy, cozy. You all out on the golf course, y'all working out and stuff like that. Somebody's treating you that way, get the hell out of Dodge. You don't have to put up with that shit. Why put up with it when you don't have to? I don't have to eat kale. That's how come I eat meat and potatoes. So that's just being real. I don't have to eat kale all the time. So if kale starts getting nasty, then guess what? I got to switch back to meat and potatoes. So if somebody's already putting you through mood swings and mistreating you, why put up with it? You don't have to. You are who you are. So,
You queen,
there's
you stallion. You can find another man just like that, given how rich and attractive you are. So
and so you don't have to put up with that in the first place. And guess what? He doesn't either. And if you saw that in the first place, he was showing you that, why put on for the internet that it was just hunky dory? It's just confusing to me. But hey,
well,
like I said,
it's not like Ime Udoka fumble with Nia Long. I mean,
like I said, it's not like, and the thing, and then the difference between that is they had receipts.
yes.
I'm big. Look, people can say whatever they want to. I'm big on receipts. Receipts are everything. When you got receipts, then that's a whole nother ball game. When you got proof, it's okay. He did it. Let's see where it go. In the great words of Denzel Washington, it's not what the fuck you know, it's what you can prove. And to me, if you don't have receipts, it's like, okay, because you do have certain histories about yourself that you have been known to tell a couple of tales here and there. You have been known to tell a few porcupines here and there.
Just keeping
So
it a buck.
just keep it in a buck. You have been known to tell a few porcupines. And like I said, I'm a fan. I am a fan. I listen to your music. Guess what? On my computer, you are my screensaver, Megan. So guess what? You have been known to tell a couple of lies here and there. But at the same time, if you do have proof, then guess what? Hey, bring out the receipts. Receipts are everything. Until you bring out some receipts, then it's just my word against yours. And like I stated, it's so easy to play the whole cheating card, in my humble opinion, because Dak Prescott's girlfriend did the same thing. He didn't want to marry her because she didn't want to sign the prenup. Less than a couple of days later, after he called off the wedding, he was cheating. Okay, where the receipts at?
After he asked you to sign a
prenup and he canceled the wedding. All of a sudden, he's cheating. Okay, where's the receipts? I'm big on receipts. If you can prove I did some shit, okay. Until then, it's plausible deniability. Same thing in the court of law.
That's just everything that's coming out of her mouth is just conjecture and speculation. We don't know.
You can say I ate your cheesecake, but until you see it in my damn bag, then I didn't eat it.
I want to ask. I want to answer Dwayne's question. Do you see Megan Thee Stallion's fans crashing out over, which is crazy?
Those are not fans. Those are people who don't have lives of their own. They take stuff a little bit too serious, and they need to stop. Especially when you come to harassing another woman in the form of Lexi Brown, another black woman at that, because that's who you think he was cheating with. Those are not fans. Those are parasocial people who take idolatry to a whole nother damn level and are just acting a fool. You are harassing a woman just off the strength of someone's word. Matter of fact, you didn't even hear her say anything. You didn't even hear Megan mention it. Oh, shit. Here we go.
That took you so long.
Welcome back.
$75,000 sales just don't fall out of trees.
Damn. Congratulations.
Yeah, so that's what took so long. I had to make sure I got that done at work, but that's what took so long.
Yes, indeed, man. He's back. He's back, ladies and gentlemen.
How you doing, back. BRF?
Doing a lot better. First off, I want to say thank everyone for whatever love and support y'all showed me. In case chat you haven't heard, a couple weeks ago around April 10th, I lost my grandmother, and it's been tough. It was tough at the beginning, taking some getting used to, but her service was really well. It was it was perfect closure. She lived a really great life. And again, just thanks, prayers, condolences, everything that everybody sent their way, whether it was IG, whether it was Facebook. Just thank y'all. Much appreciated, much love. Stuff like that with me goes a long way, and I'm very grateful for that, and I appreciate every one of y'all. But yeah, I'm back at it, ready to get back, and I miss y'all fellas too, boy. For real though.
And yes, vice versa.
Man. Yeah, man, BRF. It's been kind of without you, man. It's been kind of crazy, man. Like I
Well,
stated,
actually,
man, love being out here.
speaking of crazy, we actually dive into a crazy subject, BRF. Klay, Megan.
Oh God.
And before we do that, shout out to the beautiful Nessa. Congratulations, fantastic job you, Angel, and the rest of the Humble Rose podcast did the other day, interviewing the one and only, the great Mark Henry, the world's most strongest man.
Mount Rushmore of entrance theme music.
Yes.
Not just that theme song, but the Sexual Chocolates theme song that that Nessa so eloquently was able to articulate. That was amazing, man. Because Nessa, I will never forget the day you sent me that video. That was amazing, and I think you did an amazing job.
Why did you have to mention that song? Because they're gonna try to get me to do some dumb shit. So no, I'm not doing it for the record.
Okay. I promise you, we won't sneak an instrumental in the background. We ain't gonna do nothing like that to you. Yeah.
I'm not shaking my ass for cash. If those who are wondering, that is not happening. Nessa and Jojo, you ain't getting me to do that shit. And by the way, if Champ tries to get me to doing that shit, I'm gonna get D, and I'm gonna also get your sister and Mama Champ to get on you for trying to get me to do that, because that ain't happening.
I'm not a long time ago, man. Ain't no be no contract. Yeah.
Nothing strange for a little piece of change up in here.
Well, it's always great to have BRF on the show. As you can see, he's got the posters in there as well.
Absolutely.
Don't worry, don't worry. You'll get more from around the summer. Just trying to make some extra money, but you'll definitely get more around the summer. Hopefully. By the way, Champ, I did get you that Angel Reese poster. Did you got it hooked up on Michaels?
No, because I'm broke. But I gotta get another. Hey man, rent was this week, man. It's rent week, so you know. The first of the month is always the most difficult. So, you know, we down to the last dollar. Got to pay that car. Got to pay that car insurance. And thanks to a certain somebody, it now takes $100 to fill up my damn truck. So, thank you, Mr. Cheetos, for really fucking up the vibe around
Jesus
here.
heist.
Because now my truck.
Dwayne, man, you got to chill with this.
Yabba dabba doo.
But yeah.
But BRF, obviously we're talking about the whole thing regarding Klay Thompson, Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion went on social media breaking up with Klay after, according to her, she claimed that Klay cheated on her. What are your thoughts regarding the whole thing?
What are my thoughts? I've had some time to kind of marinate on this, because I understand the point of view from Megan Thee Stallion's perspective, especially if she really was putting her time and effort into Klay. I completely understand it. And if she feels like he wronged her in any type of way, then by all means, you cut it. That's what you're supposed to do in a situation like that. You don't want to put yourself through any type of hurt like that. Excuse me. But at the same time, though, what's really been kind of grinding my gears, and I've been seeing a lot of it lately, I don't mind. Hey, women got to stand up for each other. And I definitely don't have a problem with that in the world. But this whole idea that Megan made Klay famous throughout the world is one of the more asinine things I've ever heard. Look, if you ain't played basketball, if you don't want sports like that, trust me, I completely understand. But you're not about to sit here and talk to us, who've seen this man pretty much his entire career, arguably top 5 greatest shooters ever, and like he wasn't already famous before Meg. The dude already had like 3 championships before she even like busted out of the scene with her first with her first major track record of success in the music game. This dude already had 3 titles. So you can't sit here and tell us that homeboy wasn't already famous. Like don't play us like fools. We get everybody doesn't watch sports. I understand that, but don't play us like idiots. Like this man wasn't already establishing himself as one of the greatest shooters in the history of the sport. Don't do this. Don't do us like that. We know better than that. So what I say to that is, I know social media just makes everything just so messy and so dirty. Like if something's going bad, sometimes just do it amicably. If you mad, okay, but don't just take it out there for the world to see, because you know how stuff like that gonna go. Because it's a lesson that I learned a long time ago, and I've learned that from previous relationships of my own that didn't work out. There's one side, there's the other side, and the full truth is probably right in the middle. And this is probably another one of these situations. So I am all for, if Megan feels hurt this type of way and she want to kind of back away from the dating scene and all that, okay, but don't play us like Klay wasn't already famous before he got with Megan Thee Stallion. I mean, there's a reason when they first got together, Klay was getting the high five treatment, the yes treatment, and all that other stuff. And because you knew who he was, and you knew this dude, this dude coming out of the woodwork. He's not one of these guys. He's not one of these random guys. He's already established himself. He had already established his brand. I mean, he's half of the Splash Brothers, half of in my opinion, the greatest shooting duo the league has ever seen. And he's going into the Hall of Fame. He's going into the Hall of Fame. So, because for not just his NBA career, but for what he's done in the Olympics and all that other stuff. So Klay Thompson is established himself. He's going in the Hall of Fame. So I guess my main thing is a lot of times with breakups like this, and the men are doing it too. The Megan, we don't have to tear people down after relationships, to like defend who we're trying to defend. Because at the end of the day, y'all normal people out here trying to defend these celebrities and all this other nonsense, they don't care about you. They don't care about you. They ain't worried about you. They living their life. They got their bread. They're not worried. I mean, they're not, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to pick you. They're not going to pick you. Worry about your own. Let them take care of theirs and just keep it pushing at the end of the day. So, I mean, I've just seen like whether it's people I follow on IG, people I follow on TikTok, just all the videos that have been posted, whether they're defending Megan, whether they're defending Klay. Honestly, at the end of the day, is a moot point, because, like I said, the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. And it's just one of those things where they just need to go on about their lives and keep doing what they're doing, because they're both successful people. They're both successful. And it's just one of those things where I'm just tired of, normal people trying to get their little clout, trying to hook on to the fact that, they're defending this person or defending this person at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, they're not worried about you. They're not going to pick you out the sky. You're not all of a sudden going to become their best friend for life because you're defending them after a relationship or a bad situation. They're not about to take you out to dinner somewhere. Y'all not about to hang out in the park. Y'all ain't about to go to the mall. Y'all ain't about to go watch the movies, and they're like, y'all ain't doing none of that. Just worry about your own life. Let them worry about theirs, because at the end of the day, they have more things going on in their life to worry about people just coming out the woodworks wanting to defend them just because it's something to do. So it's just one of those things where they just kind of gotta they just gotta keep it pushing. I mean, stuff like this happens. It happens all the time. It's just that I get tired of people tearing down of one person, a group of people defending this person and vice versa just because. I mean, it's just, at the end of the day, what do you gain out of that? At the end of the day, you don't. What do you gain? Okay, you made a video, went viral, you gained some followers. Okay, whoop-de-doo. I mean, at the end of the day, life
You're
goes on.
You're desperate for clicks, apparently.
Life goes on.
You're desperate for clicks. That's what it comes down to, BRF. And again, I mentioned with Megan Thee Stallion, if you knew Klay was being this way all this time, you can move on.
Mm-hmm.
You Megan Thee Stallion.
Exactly.
Why do you have to put up with his nonsense? He can move on. Klay Thompson has dated beautiful women in the past, and you can move on and be with somebody else. Heck, you need to be with a real man, with the gentleman on my top right, an undisputed world champ.
Oh, Lord.
Megan, I would never cheat on you. I got you, babe.
Oh, boy.
But
Go, boy.
Now you talk about that's the epitome of sexual chocolate. Since y'all know,
Yeah, man. Hey, 100% imported from Georgia. I got you. But look, all jokes aside,
y'all
man.
talking about that's the couple of the South, Megan Thee Stallion from Houston, champ all the way down in the Columbus, Georgia.
My Lord.
Exactly, man. We make some magic. Make some magic. We'll bring you on the Sportspsp podcast on Friday. You know what I'm saying? Let you talk a little bit.
Go from sitting and swinging on Vogues to shout at what your name is.
Yeah. So come over here, sip on some Willie D slip on some Billy D. You know what I'm saying? Do some things.
But my thing is regarding the thing with Madam Joyce. I would have appreciated Madam Joyce. That, for those who may not know, that's the woman who is the UK podcaster who claimed that we didn't know who Klay Thompson was until Megan Thee Stallion. Like I've said before, don't tell us the shit coming from your drawers is chocolate. I would have appreciated if she just said, you know what, I don't follow basketball, I don't follow professional sports. I would have respected that, but to make matters worse, she doubled down on the situation. And again, I showed you the video chip. She couldn't even pronounce some of the noticeable basketball players. Luka, Wemby, SGA. The only one she pronounced well was Anthony Edwards. She couldn't even pronounce Steph Curry. So, again, like to say that we didn't know who Klay Thompson was. No, speak for yourself.
Exactly.
Don't speak for the rest of the world. We knew who Klay Thompson was. I just hate it. Again, none of us condone cheating. But Champ will say it. If you're going to do something stupid, if you're going to do something that you know you're not supposed to be doing, keep it on the down low. That's all I'm going to say.
Tell me, man, like we didn't see this man put up 37 in a quarter. Like we didn't see this man put up like 60 on 11 dribbles. Like, come on, man.